everybody. Welcome to another season of Celebrity Big Brother.
This is the night that we have been waiting for.
Yes.
For so long.
Night 1 of Season 3.
Celebrity Big Brother, Season 3, Episode 1. Here you go.
Which actually happened a week ago.
Right.
So, unfortunately, we did not get the live move-in, the live feeds right in the beginning.
They're not going to do that. Sorry for the crunchy noise. The dogs are chewing their bones.
Bowie is. Lucy is a consummate professional.
It's better than them chewing each other.
That's true. That is very true.
If you've been to a very animated live stream, you know what we're talking about.
These dogs can get rowdy.
All right, so 11 celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody made a good point. I was watching on YouTube. I forget who it was, and they were like, oh, everyone's complaining that these aren't celebrities, but they were at one time.
I mean, some of them still are.
So, yeah, some of them still are. Some of them,
Also, do you really think they're going to get A-listers up in here? No. It's not going to happen. You've seen how much of a diva some of these D-listers can be. Can you imagine what it would be like with, an actual A-list celebrity? They would never be able to make the show. No way.
Julie would not have the budget for that beautiful crochet dress she was wearing.
Julie is coming for my brand.
I have to say, she's stepping up her P, and that was a beautiful
I thought it was a good choice for
opening night.
Yeah. So, the celebrities, if you guys want our thoughts on the cast, we made a short version, first reactions to the cast video, but we also had a longer live stream talking about the cast.
We can kind of delve into.
Well, we're going to talk about everybody as they are introduced, because they went in one at a time.
Because of COVID.
Was it? Or was it also just because they wanted everyone to have their moment moving in, and we could see...
That's more likely, because they've all been sequestered and everything, and I'm sure tested and retested, and...
Is it also they want to see who does everybody know, and who... Is everyone oh, it's you?
Yes, we're doing this because of COVID.
Right. But I thought it was a good format to have everybody come in one at a time.
I thought it was great.
And I thought it was a great choice to have Carson be the first one.
The show. Carson, wonderful, Mr. Wonderful.
Carson Kressley.
Queer Eye for the straight guy, Drag Race. His family has a horse farm in Pennsylvania. That's now his horse farm.
All things just keep getting better.
They do. Oh my God! Some of the pictures that they were showing from his seasons on Queer Eye, he was like some sort of a Eurovision winner.
I loved the original Queer Eye for the straight guy.
I do too.
I mean, the new one is great too, but there's just something so magical about the first one. But anyway, he was the first one in, and I think it was a great choice because he knew pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
As they were coming in.
Well, that's probably why they chose him as the first one.
Yeah. Hello, narrator of the season. Hopefully. Yes.
I think he's going to be a diary room queen.
For sure.
All right. Second in the house, Cynthia Bailey.
All right.
And of course he knew Cynthia.
He said they've worked together before.
She's a model / actress. She's also from the Real Housewives franchise, Atlanta
I
fame.
think she just recently left Real Housewives.
She was also on the girls' trip.
She was on the girls' trip, which we're finally going to see because it's coming to Bravo. So I'm excited for that.
I feel like she's the voice of reason.
Absolutely.
She's going to be the...
she's very calm, cool, and collected.
Yes. What about Calm, Cool, Collective?
This is not Survivor.
Oh. She's working on her brands, too.
I mean, she had a lot of businesses in the works that she was talking about. And these were real, not just Sonia Morgan.
Toaster oven?
Yeah.
A lot of people go on these type shows because they want to promote their, they got something coming out, or their career is going to need a revival. You need to get your career renovated.
Yeah.
So, I like the two of them together.
Yes! Oh, we'll get to that in a bit.
Yes.
But next up, Chris Kirkpatrick.
That's a mouthful.
I cannot say his last name. It is a struggle for me.
And it's so freaking confusing with the 2 different Todds and the 2 different Chris's.
Well, the Todds aren't that bad, but the 2 Chris K's, I'm like, ah. But yeah, he is from NSYNC. And honestly, I would not have remembered if it was NSYNC or Backstreet Boys.
I feel like out of all of the guys in NSYNC, he was the least guy in the group. You know what I mean? Like the least recognizable guy in the group.
Yeah, I mean, when you're in a group with like Lance Bass, Justin Timberlake.
Wasn't he the one that had the weird hair braids coming out of like a top knot?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I think.
With like the beads on it?
I mean...
Like I'd get him confused with the other guy all the time. Like when you
JC?
little kids... Yeah. Like when you little kids were like, Mommy, NSYNC! I want to see NSYNC!
Yeah.
Or NSYNC.
NSYNC. But he is a fan of Big Brother.
Yeah. He's a super fan. He's not just a fan. And he's totally lying about it, too.
Yeah.
Because later on, when somebody else, Shayna, said, are you like super fans? And he
I don't think that's how she talks.
Well, I can't do her
She's
beautiful
not Nicole
voice.
from Ugly.
He was like, no,
I've seen the celebrity seasons.
Liar.
But Cynthia did not know him when he came in. She was like, how should I know you?
Teddy didn't know him either. Well, Teddy
knew he was in a boy band. Yeah. I would know that he was in a boy band, but I would not remember which one.
If I saw him on the street before they announced the cast, I would not know who he was.
All right, that's fair.
Because I wasn't like, Mommy, I want to go to Madison Square Garden and see NSYNC.
Well, we never did, so.
Oh, well.
Anyway, next up, Shayna Moakler, and guess what? Carson has worked with her. He knows
Yes.
her. Of course.
She's a reality star. We used to be glued to her show with
Travis Barker.
I
mean, that was some early reality TV.
Yeah. That was like testing the reality show waters. Mm-hmm. She was a Playmate. She was former Miss USA. Mm-hmm. She is a super fan for reals.
Yeah.
And she is not afraid to show it.
I'm excited about her because I think she's going to bring it.
I think so, too. But I feel like she's also going to be like the voice of reason.
We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Up next, Todd Bridges.
Oh, different strokes.
Cynthia was totally crushing on him.
Yeah, I saw somebody posted like an old interview that Cynthia did at some point, and she actually said that Todd Bridges was like one of her early crushes or something. So it's funny, now she's living in this house with him.
Willis from Different Strokes.
Yeah.
And I believe he said he was on Everybody Hates Chris, too.
Yes. Yeah, I think he had a recurring role on that.
Also.
I have to say, you go ahead.
Also a Diary Room queen.
Yeah, I'm excited for what he's got in the Diary Room. I was not sure that he was really going to bring much to the show game-wise. Mm-hmm. Because, he was all, I hate people, blah, blah, blah. But seeing him interacting with everybody, I feel like he could do really well.
I feel like since everybody knows who he is and somewhat likes him or is pretending to like him in the house, that he's relaxed.
Yeah.
And I think it's good.
That definitely helps, right?
Yeah.
Knowing that people like you.
Right. Or pretending that they like you. Because, I mean, it is a game.
Yeah.
I'm sure outside of the house, everybody would be great friends.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
But in the house, it's
a game.
It's a game.
Yeah.
All right, Mirai.
She was the next one in.
Olympian.
Yeah, Olympic figure skater.
First triple axel in Olympic competition
for
the women.
All about it, and I love Mirai. I feel like Big Brother keeps making them say the same stuff over and over again in the Diary Room. Like, they kept saying, like, oh, she's triple axel, blah, blah, blah. Freaking Chris Kirkpatrick, oh, when I was in NSYNC, blah, blah, blah. They keep playing the music for him.
Yeah, it's kind of grating a little bit.
It's a bit much. And I'm hoping that's going to phase out after this first episode.
Doubt it.
I don't know. Like, we know. We don't have, like, goldfish attention spans. We know.
Yeah. No, I think they're just trying to be, like, cute and...
Like a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It just feels manufactured, though.
Like when they had the storylines in regular Big Brother and like they would have like the guitar music or whatever, you know, for certain house guests all the time. Or like, what was it, season 1 where it was like story time with, I can't think of her name. The one who, no, I guess that was season 2.
Who are you talking about?
The one who was in the White House with Trump.
Oh, Omarosa?
Omarosa. I couldn't, the biggest villain in reality TV, and I couldn't remember her name.
Oh, man.
That's how scrambled my brains are right now.
Yeah, these, like, manufactured diary rooms, though, just, like, really...
It's too cheesy.
But also, it just further drives home what a pro Carson is, because...
His doesn't
seem cheesy, and he's got all the wit and the jokes in there, but it just feels more natural.
Do you think he said, I'm not reading this. I'm gonna do my own.
Even if they are giving him stuff to say, he's selling it like it's his own.
He makes it nice.
Yeah.
You know?
Alright, well anyway, next up.
Chris Kattan. I'm sorry,
I'm so
but
excited.
He can't do an effing thing wrong. He's amazing. He's wonderful.
Yeah.
He's Azrael Abyss.
I almost had a meltdown in a good way.
She screamed.
When they showed the Azrael Abyss goth talk in the freaking intro package, because that's one of my favorite characters that he does.
Yeah.
And I did not know that that was going to be popping up so fast.
Chris Kattan is comedy royalty. His dad, I found out, was a founding member of the Groundlings.
I did not know that. That's super cool.
Kip King. And he was raised in a monastery.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
A Zen monastery, because I guess his stepfather was like some Buddhist monk or something. Crazy.
Very
amazing.
Cool.
He's had quite a life.
And it makes me kind of sad, though, because I saw a lot of people being like, is he okay? Like, what's wrong with him on Twitter, like, after the episode. And, like, I don't think a lot of people realize what a journey he's been on. He had a bad accident. Horrible neck injury. And I think back too. And he's had to have like 5 different spinal surgeries because of it. I didn't
realize that actually happened during an episode of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. I think it was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But it's still really affecting him.
He had to have 5 surgeries and only 2 were paid for by the show.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I feel for him.
I just want to sit like this the whole time.
I know, he's just adding so much to the show already.
So amazing.
He's so unique and he's so outside of the box.
Yes.
Do I think he's great at the game? Probably not. But he is adding a lot, comedy-wise, entertainment-wise, to the show.
He doesn't even have to try to be funny. He's just funny.
Yeah.
All right, so Todrick Hall.
Did you see Carson's face when Todrick walked in?
Yes, he said, "I'm not the only gay in the village." And
was that a Little Britain reference or what?
Yes, of course.
Oh my god, love it.
Everybody knows Todrick is from Drag Race.
Well, I mean, he got to start on YouTube, right?
Yeah, of course.
Or I don't know if he did Broadway first or YouTube first, but
I would think YouTube maybe. Yeah, vogue it out, girl. He's a Broadway baby. He's been
in 5 shows.
He was on Broadway with Colleen Ballinger in Waitress at the same time. They had a little crossover moment there, and it was wonderful.
I mean, he's done other shows too. Like he did Kinky Boots, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
I don't remember what else he's done, but he said he's done 5 shows.
Todrick has also sequestered the last season of Big Brother Cookout Alliance.
Talk about superfan. Todrick takes it to the next level.
If he doesn't win this season, something is wrong. Or something didn't line up. Because he is so prepared for this season. He may be over-prepared. That might be the problem. You never know.
We've seen plenty of superfans go in and overplay.
So. I love that he's being him.
Yes. I'm having a lot of fun with him so far.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Misha Tate, she scares me.
So I feel like most people didn't know her when she came in, but Chris Kirkpatrick.
Well, isn't that funny?
Did know
somebody
her.
Who nobody else really knew that much knew somebody else who didn't really know somebody else.
An MMA fan.
I'm not. But when they said that she delivered her own baby on the bathroom floor with no medication,
true?
I was just like, this is a badass.
She's a tough lady.
She's gonna kick somebody's head off.
Yeah.
She's like, I can fight them, and I can do this, and I can do... And I'm like, oh, it's a show. We're celebrities. No.
But I mean, obviously, she's going to perform really well in the physical competitions.
Yeah. She was retired. I didn't realize
she was
that.
a champion fighter, then she retired, and now she's back at it, and she's, in the top 10.
You kids aren't making me fight enough. I got to go back and do more fightings.
I don't know. But I feel like she could be a huge factor in this game.
Well, I feel like her arch nemesis is Teddy Mellencamp.
Yeah, we'll get to why in a bit. But Teddy comes in. She's, of course, from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Mm-hmm. She's the daughter of John Cougar Mellencamp. The Cougar. And did you guys see the Instagram post that her dad
was today? Like, Teddy's on a show that's starting tonight, and I don't know what it is, but I hope she does good. Hope it's good.
It was just very, classic. Dad on social media. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Dad posts.
Yeah.
I think she's going to do really good.
I feel like...
I'm pleasantly surprised.
She could be game smart. Mm-hmm. Obviously, she's going to be good in physical competitions as well.
It really hurt my feelings when they gave her the most ugly outfit in the
fashion show.
In the fashion show. We'll get there, though. The final house guest is none other than the one and only Mr. Kardashian.
Oh.
Lamar Odom.
Everybody was shooketh to see him walk in. Not only because he's so tall.
I feel like he's the biggest get.
I mean, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Just because of his connection to the Kardashians.
He's also a basketball.
He also is a basketball player. He's a star in his own right. Did he say he played in the NBA for 14 years?
He played in for 100 years.
I mean,
I'm sure
that's impressive.
Yeah.
To have that long of a career. In the in the NBA, I always mix up NBA and NFL, and I make a conglomerate, and that's not it.
I didn't realize that he had been through so much in his life.
I feel so horrible that he lost a son so young.
Is not supposed to happen, and when it does happen, it's beyond.
Yeah.
So
he's had his struggles with sobriety.
Yes.
But I'm hoping this is going to be a good experience for him.
He's got a book.
Yeah.
He's promoting his book.
Well, I saw also, of course, Big Brother already put out a clip of him talking about Chloe, talking about how much he misses her. Please don't let that be his, thing all season.
I know.
Please.
I know. He also is getting a lot of diary room time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
So it's the old champagne toast.
Ooh, yeah.
And when Chris Kattan went over next to Lamar and stood next to him and was like...
Oh my gosh, the height difference was insane.
Dying.
Yeah.
And Chris Kattan did the toast and he's like, hey guys, be kind to each other, okay?
It just reminded me of the Carrie Strug's brother character.
Did you cry? I cried. And then the coach lifted me up and then we cried.
Yeah.
And then I did the run and I did it.
He had a lot of scene-stealing moments because he also, they were asking him, do you know anybody in here's names? And
he was like, no,
what's
and
your
he
name?
ran away.
Cruella? Cruella Mellencamp?
I mean, it's pretty close. And they were like, whose name do you know? Chris.
It's going to be interesting to see how he navigates this game.
Yeah, but wait. We already have an alliance. Alliance alert.
And I'm obsessed with it. I love it.
First alliance is the girls and gays. Love
Okay, so
it.
Carson kind of pulled us together because he's like, I've worked with all you people in this group so far, and I think that this could be a good group in the game.
And he's right.
Yeah,
I
so
agree.
it's Carson, Todrick, Shayna, and Cynthia, and I think that this is a fantastic group. They could be really strong together.
They're going to steamroll. They could be
very strong if they stay loyal to each other.
If they can hold it together,
it could be
they're
good.
going to steamroll.
It could be good. I like this mix of personalities, too.
All right, so Julie, ding, ding, ding. Everyone, celebrities, take your time. Go to the living room.
She's not yelling at them as much.
No, she's not. She's not chastising
Hurry
them.
up.
I know. So Julie has to explain the rules.
I mean, she basically explained the very basic rules of how you play this game, and everyone was like, oh.
I'm surprised she wasn't like, you stay in this house, you're not allowed to leave, you cannot have your cell phone, blah, blah, blah. But she was like, all right, this is sped up, so we're going to be doing two
there are some
HOHs
differences
per week.
2 evictions per week.
Right.
So it's going to be fun, fast-paced, always moving.
Right.
So I'm excited for that.
I think that's a lie, though, because I think there's sometimes going to be more than 2 evictions.
I mean, there could
week.
be like a double or something, but she's saying
You
like there's going to be at least 2 a week.
Yeah, so it's time for the HOH competition.
Let's get right into it.
And I'm begging you guys to go put these ridiculous costumes on, please.
Yeah, they all got to come out in the backyard one at a time in their...
They had a runway.
Yes.
They let them walk the runway.
I don't know what the theme was for these costumes because they were all different. It was supposed to be like the winter gala, like the Met Gala kind of deal.
I feel like...
But what was the theme of this Met Gala?
At first, when they started coming out, I was like, oh, they're all going to be animals.
Yeah.
And then other stuff came out.
They weren't.
But poor Teddy had the ugliest costume out of any of the costumes.
What were your favorite looks?
Of course, Carson in the unicorn.
Yeah.
And I love Todd Bridges in the fox head because we
With
have
top
that
hat.
fox head. I love it.
Oh, wait. Did he have a top? No, Lamar had a top hat.
Yes, Lamar. I didn't really like Lamar's costume that much, but
It might be hard to find for that
That's
height.
true.
You know?
That's true.
I really loved... I thought Mariah had the prettiest
Yeah, the
costume.
snowflake princess.
Gorgeous dress. Yeah.
Yes.
And then Todrick, I thought, was serving.
Todrick, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
And he was loving it, too.
He had those Instagram leggings that have the little ruching in the ass crack so that it really shows off.
Really emphasizes that bootay.
Oh, yes. And he was loving it.
Yeah.
Looked like he had a little dancer's belt on there, too, on the front. Because, I mean, come on. They can't show
Oh, my God.
everything.
All right. Well, anyway, this challenge...
He couldn't hide a stick of gum in that costume. I could go on and on.
We've been seeing this challenge the last few seasons. It's the old marionette type.
Perfect for Big Brother. Who's pulling the strings?
Right? Of course, Chris Kirkpatrick was all like, I'm used to this. Because, like, wasn't NSYNC the one with the puppets in the music video?
Yeah.
We get it. You're in NSYNC.
You're no new kid.
Oh.
We want the cruise! All right, so...
I missed that show.
I know.
So Julie was saying that there was 11 invitations going out, but only 10 people were competing. Somebody had to be the master of ceremonies and sit out. Why do you think they did that?
Because they needed somebody in the house because Julie was not there to...
Or do you think they could only get in like 10 setups in the frame or something?
No.
No?
No, I think it was because they needed somebody to say like, all right,
Now
I'm
the
doing
confetti,
this.
blah,
Yes,
blah, blah,
exactly.
blah.
And
Could
Julie
be.
said, I'm not doing that.
So the person that volunteers to sit out obviously cannot be the HOH this week, which means they can't fight for that safety.
They're not going to get safety either.
Maybe they'll get some brownie points for volunteering. I don't know. But
I don't think so.
Well,
I'm surprised that Chris Kattan didn't sit out because that seemed like a dangerous competition for him after his injury, you know?
well, Todd was the one that volunteered to sit out.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not doing that. That's embarrassing.
All right, so everybody climbed up onto their swings. Well, stirrups.
Yeah,
It's
stirrups.
like a
and then-
gynecological exam, stirrups.
Do you usually hold on to a champagne bottle?
I mean, maybe it would be a little bit more pleasant if I could.
All right. Well, anyway, they all get up there, and this challenge was moving very quickly.
You know, we always joke about this, about how short the competitions are on the celebrity season.
Yeah.
They make, I think, like, the edited version is longer,
than the actual version.
Yes.
The actual real time, how long it takes for this competition to play out.
Chris Kattan, of course, was the first one off. After 1 minute and 26 seconds. Poor Chris.
Cynthia was not far behind. I think she
No.
was still under 2 minutes.
She was just shy of 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So then they had the fake shaving cream snow.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Okay.
And Shayna and Lamar were out after that. I think they were out at around 6 minutes, though.
Yeah, it wasn't very long.
No.
Mm-hmm.
But longer than usual, I feel like. I mean, some of these competitions in the past have been like a hot 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then...
Well, we're talking the celebrity versions. And then you have the regular versions where people are peeing themselves.
Yeah, for like overnight. Then they had golden caviar.
Kind of looked like diarrhea.
It reminded me of the outfit that Dorit had on, when she
the
had that gold leaf in her head.
Yeah.
Fun.
Okay.
And then...
Or it was like that scene in Game of Thrones with the molten crown.
Oh.
Yeah, it was wild, but...
All right, so Chris Kirkpatrick was out. His was 6 minutes and whatever.
6 minutes plus.
Shayna and Lamar were less than 6 minutes then. I didn't catch the amount of time that they had. But then crackers. Who eats...
I guess to go with the caviar.
No, you don't eat crackers with caviar.
You have the little, like, bread
you
things.
eat a potato.
Oh. I'm not fancy like that, so I don't know. Also, we're vegan, so...
Yeah. And then Carson fell off. And I was like,
well,
all right, we'll just turn this off then.
No. Carson basically said, like, he threw it, right? He didn't want to win this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they had confetti. And then the whole time, Mariah and Misha.
It looked like it was really going to come down to the two of them. They were both
Which
solid.
I did not agree with. I don't know why Misha didn't recognize that Teddy was a force to be reckoned with.
Maybe she didn't have a good eye on her or something.
I feel like they don't like... Well, I feel like she doesn't like Teddy.
I feel like there could be drama there for sure.
But I feel like Teddy would have loved to have worked with her.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know. But Mariah, she slipped out of one of those stirrups and then she couldn't get it back. And...
I didn't know how she was
dropped.
going to continue with just one stirrup.
I'm wondering if you were even allowed to do that. Or if they had to be like, yo, you got to drop. You're out.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
You know, I'm not sure if you had to have both feet in.
But in any case, it came down to Todrick versus Misha versus Teddy.
Yeah.
And Todrick, he's got that coaching from the cookouts. So he knows.
This is prime time to make a deal.
Make a deal.
And then you can still compete the next week.
And
so that's smart.
Why get all tired? Because Misha was looking solid as a rock.
Yeah. So he asks Misha, like, will you keep me safe if I drop? And she was like, oh, yes, of course. You're wonderful. And, okay, so Todrick drops, and then it's down to just Misha and Teddy. So Teddy's like, hey, can I have a deal too? Like, do you think you can keep me safe this week if I drop?
No, peasant.
This was wild. How do you just give Todrick a deal right in front of Teddy?
Yes.
And then when Teddy asks, you're like, yeah, so I like Todrick, and I'm not sure if I can make the same promise for you.
It's too early to make a
promise.
promise.
That was brutal. Brutal.
I'm really surprised.
Yeah.
So
that can't feel good.
Teddy fell. In that
she couldn't
ugly
hold
outfit.
it anymore. Yeah.
That was so unflattering. I did not like that outfit.
I'm sorry. You seem really upset about it.
I do, because I feel like on her show, she's, they've all talked about, hey, you need to, like, dress a little bit better, because she would show up in, like, not the greatest fashion.
Yeah.
And then what do they do on this show? They give her the ugliest outfit.
I mean, they're, like, for funsies.
I felt bad for her.
It's not, like, a real red carpet outfit.
She's like the animal that didn't get to go to the
Stop!
party.
That's a freaking throwback. But anyway. Yeah, so Misha is the first HOH of the season. This is interesting because I feel like she has the least connections with everyone in the house.
Yeah, so who is she going to put up? Because she really is not...
Teddy?
Well, Teddy seems to think so, but...
I don't know, but yeah.
Julie said... There's going to be another power. And
what?
We're not going to tell you what it is yet. You're going to have to wait.
Yeah. So there's like some gift box and it's going to have a power in there.
Well, they gave them the gift box because they brought it back in the house.
A blessing for someone and a curse for someone else.
Wow. What do you think it is?
To me, that kind of sounds like maybe you can take yourself off the block and, like, this other person goes up in your place. I don't know.
Do you get to pick them, though? Or...
I don't know. You know?
Interesting.
We'll see what
and
happens.
How do you get the power in the box?
I don't know.
Is it going to be a
another
crapshoot?
competition? Or we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Or is it just like the power of veto?
Imagine. No, I think it's a separate power.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's like a crap ton of episodes coming up. So there's an episode tomorrow night where we'll find out the nominations.
Right.
And then Friday is the first eviction, and it's going to be 2 hours long.
Actually, it's the power of veto.
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm saying. You know,
yeah.
all the stuff leading up to it.
Yeah.
So that's all fine and dandy. But then, like, the feeds were supposed to start
tonight,
right after the East Coast airing of the episode. Like, they had the countdown on the screen and everything. Mm-hmm. And then at 9 p.m. on the dot, Paramount puts out a tweet. Oh, I wish I had my phone right here so I could read it directly. But
it was like they're delayed.
They said the feeds are delayed and that we should check back Friday for an update. So it's not even like, okay, it's definitely coming back Friday. It's like, maybe they'll come back Friday. So what's the deal with that? Do you think they were planning this all along and they just didn't want us to know who the first evictee was? So they were like, yeah, we'll tell them the fees are going to be on, but they're not. Or do you think there's some drama? Maybe somebody already quit.
Do you think someone...
I think it's totally possible that somebody quit.
Freaked out?
I mean, we've seen it multiple times.
Yeah, but I don't see that that's a reason to not have
Well,
the
that's
fees.
like a big story. Like, they're not going to want to waste that on us.
But that's the whole point of the feeds.
Yeah, well, they don't care.
But you brought up a great point. Friday is already how many days in a...
It's pretty far into the game. What is it, like day 10?
Yeah.
Out of, I think, 29? So that's like a whole third of the season that we just, like, don't have feeds for.
Right.
And that's if the feeds come back on Friday.
If they come back. Or if they start. They're never there to come back.
Yeah.
So they will start.
Right. So there's supposed to be the first spoiler of the season tomorrow, but...
That's not going to happen.
I guess that's not happening. I'm still going to keep an eye just in case the feeds magically do come on, but doesn't seem likely.
Well, I mean, if you also find out some spoilers or...
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
We'll pass them along, of course.
Just make sure you're following us on Twitter so we can give you some updates on what we know, which is not anything really.
No.
But we'll see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who are you all rooting for at this point now that you've seen people in action a bit more?
Who am I rooting for?
Sure.
I'm always rooting for Chris Kattan, but I know he's not going to win.
Yeah, I don't know about his chances in this game, but...
I mean, the Girls and Gays Alliance,
sure. Loving it so far. So, we'll see what happens, but... Anyways, leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching and joining us.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for another episode recap. So, until then, much love.